Hey guys, Alex from AmericanMuscle here, and today I'm bringing you my quick review and breakdown of the BMR Adjustable Panhard Rod for your 2005 through 2014 Mustang. So in this video, I'm going to talk about who this kit's going to appeal to and what you should be expecting in terms of performance, the construction and materials that went into this Panhard Rod, what you should expect to be spending, and then lastly, we're going to take a very quick look at what's entailed to get this installed, where I'm going to be giving this a very easy 1 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter and about an hour's worth of labor, and I'll have a little bit more for you on that later. So if you've been behind the wheel of your 05 through 2014 for quite some time, or if you just picked up your Mustang, you probably noticed that with a front engine and rear wheel drive layout that the car does have a little bit of a tendency to have its rear end slide all over the place. Not only that, you probably know that it has a little bit of trouble getting off the line. So enter BMR, which consists of a bunch of drag racing yahoos which saw a void in the aftermarket community for something like this, as the factory rod that's on the Mustang right now just isn't that tough. So this should definitely not only appeal to any 05 through 14 Mustang owner that's finding themselves at the track more often than not, but I truly think this is going to be a fantastic modification for any Mustang owner that's looking to help alleviate wheel hop, as well as drastically improving their traction when pushing your car through turns to ensure that you're keeping it on the ground where it belongs and not on the side of the road. This BMR Panhard bar is also a great option if you've just lowered your Mustang and are looking to recenter the rear. So by definition, if you're unfamiliar with what a Panhard rod does, it essentially reduces the lateral movement between your rear wheels to keep your axle centrally located, which the factory bar doesn't really do that great of work on doing this, especially if you're going to be lowering your car, which I'm going to say that this is going to be a must to keep everything in check so you don't have that floating rear end. So just to piggyback on what I had said about lowering your car, if you've already done it or if you're in the process of looking into dropping your Mustang, it'd be a great idea to pick up one of these at the same time. I will say that if you're going to pair this with springs, maybe even a set of lower control arms and a front and rear sway bar kit, they're all essentially going to work hand in hand with each other to give you some of the best handling possible. So in terms of the construction and materials here, guys, if you're unfamiliar with BMR, these guys have been around for quite some time. They design, build, and repeatedly test and abuse their products right here in the US. Their quality of detail and their craftsmanship is consistent throughout their entire line, and it's definitely evident right here on the table. We're going to see that BMR is going to have this manufactured out of 1¼ inch heavy-duty steel here with chromoly adapters as well as a chromoly adjuster. And I will add that one of the greatest aspects about this kit is that it is on-car adjustable. So that means that depending on if you're going to be taking your car down a quarter-mile track, doing some autocrossing or a road course, you can essentially adjust this on the fly on the car with a wrench to suit whichever driving surface you're going to be on. So last but not least here, guys, one of the greatest aspects about this kit is going to be the use of a 95 durometer internally greased and fluted bushing, which are going to be right here in the ends. If you've ever seen a Panhard rod, you know where they're going to be. And again, one of the best things about this is going to be the bushings as well as it being fully adjustable to give you a very stiff as well as an aggressive ride. So in terms of the pricing here, guys, you should expect to be shelling out just about 140 bucks for this kit, which in my opinion is honestly a steal. Got to run that in comparison with some other options out there which can easily go for double. And at the end of the day, you're going to be giving your Mustang that much better traction improvement and handling. And again, if you're going to be pairing this with some other suspension modifications, it's essentially just going to give you that much more of a better ride. So switching gears to the installation portion of the video, just like I had said up top, you're looking at a very easy 1 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter and about an hour's worth of wrenching to get this onto your Mustang. Now the ease of installation here is definitely going to be a huge selling point for me, as it should be for any 05 through 14 Mustang owner, as it's not going to be rocket science or brain surgery. With a basic set of tools and a little bit of elbow grease, you're going to have this on in no time. So let's take a closer look at what's going to be entailed. So looking ahead, some things I'd make sure to have on hand here would be a couple of wrenches, full socket set, a jack and stands. You're going to want to start by pulling your factory Panhard rod bolts out and then essentially swapping it back in place with this. Now, because this specific kit has polyurethane bushings, you're going to want to insert the rod with them facing down and the 90-degree fittings on the driver's side. Torque them down to 130 foot-pounds, lube them up, and you're damn near done. Now, I do want to mention that a couple steps here will be missing, as this is going to be a quick glance at what's involved to get this on. The guys at BMR are going to have some very detailed information that will come supplied with this Panhard rod, as well as us having a ton of additional info online. Alright guys, so just to wrap things up here, some final thoughts. No matter if you're the diehard drag racer or if you're just hitting the track on Friday night grudge matches, or if you're just looking to make your driving experience that much more controlled and enjoyable, I would definitely suggest checking this out for your Mustang. So that's my quick review and breakdown of the BMR Panhard Rod in red, fitting your 2005 through 2014 Mustang, available right here at AmericanMuscle.com.